Welcome to another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Wally. And today, heute, I am so excited to have on a 39-year-old from Freiburg, Germany, a 39-year-old from Freiburg, Germany. He's spielen or played for Team Deutschland in under 17, 18, 19, and 20, a staple and legend and former captain of the Freiburg Wolves, where he also became a Deutscher Meister, like yours truly, which is a German champion, folks, with his hometown Wolves, and also a Deutscher Meister with the Grizzly Adams of Wolfsburg in the Zweite Bundesliga, the Shed's honey hole, and also was a Pokal champion with Wolfsburg and played or spielen 16-year ice hockey profi. He was a 16-year pro. Welcome to the Shed, David Danner. Can you hear me? Are you there?
Now I can hear you.
Okay.
What's
How
up,
are you,
Wally?
buddy?
Good. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, man. So I get it now. We know each other. I haven't seen you since 2013, I think.
Yeah.
That's when
Correct.
Germany told me to kindly leave and not come back.
Who did that? Rico Rossi, or who told you?
Yeah. Well, they told me that I was no longer wanted back. Yeah. that was a weird year, man. So we did underperform, you could say. We finished 7th with a good team, right?
Yeah.
And they fired the coach after the season, but the coach they fired picked the team for the next year.
Yeah.
So he did. The guys that got him fired, I guess, and lost first round, I guess, weren't asked back, right?
Didn't we had a 3-0 lead in the quarterfinals against Ravensburg?
No, that's a different year,
No?
man. We got put
Okay.
out against Schwenningen pretty easily, actually.
Okay.
I think it was 4-1. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, then Rico got fired, who was the one that brought me in. But then they kept him on to pick the team while they hired a coach.
Yeah, he was a team manager then after, I think.
Right. Yeah. He
Yeah.
picked the team, but
Yeah.
he didn't. He told me that I had done well, but they were, you know how it is when your team loses, the imports go. And I was like, yep, I know. Smell you later. So Rico, I got no problem with you, buddy. Whenever you want to come to the Shed for a visit, let me know. Right?
Yep.
Anyways, other ways we know each other is I remember that year when I was about to have Colby, I bought a car seat and you and Fabian Cruel were trying to help me get it in the car.
I can't remember, but it's
Dude, we had a
the-
hell of a time.
yeah.
We were in the parking lot forever. And I was like, I don't even know how to get a car seat in. How am I going to be a dad? But the one part I remember was because we couldn't figure out what the English word was, because Crueler was trying to hook it up with zip ties and he couldn't figure out what the English word was. And then we finally figured out what he was talking about. And I think we used zip ties. Oh, shit. Okay. Do you remember that year when Fabian Cruel played goalie? He was our forward, right? Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do remember that. That was crazy.
It
We had
was
that
crazy.
year, I think we had 4 or 5 goalies in the roster. We had Johnny coming in too as there was the break in the NHL.
Right. No, yeah, it was the lockout. Yeah.
Lockout. Yeah, right.
Yeah, right. Jonathan Bernier came and played with us, right?
Yeah.
And the D-man there, Bruno Gervais.
Right.
But yeah,
Bruno
we had Bernier, we had Alex Westland, we had Kevin Nastiuk. We had a lot of goalies, right?
Yeah.
And that
Yeah, it was
game we
crazy.
had no goalies.
Yeah. He jumped in, didn't he? Had a shutout there too.
So I can tell this story. This can be my tale. So it was the first period. Kevin Nastiuk pulls his groin, comes out of the game, sits in the middle of the bench in Kaufborn. And then the other goalie, who's the young German, what was his name? I think he
Dominic Bartels.
Yeah, Bartels.
Yeah.
That's him. Yeah. So he goes in and gets absolutely crushed, ran over, totally concussed, right? He's done. He cannot play. Nastiuk, they go to him and like, can you play? He's like, no, like I've pulled my groin. I cannot play. So we all like stood around at the bench like, well, what do we do? Like, do we keep playing with 6 players or like with the goalie pulled? What do we do? And then Cruelly, team guy he is, I should get him in the Shed, but he says,
should, yeah.
I'll play goalie. right? And in the middle of the game, folks, he had to get off our bench. He skates all the way down to the other end of the ice, and he has to get off behind the other team's net, right, where the locker rooms are. He gets off, he goes, the whole crowd sits there and waits quietly. We're all sitting on the bench, and then all of a sudden he comes out dressed as a goalie.
Oh boy.
The second league of Germany. That was one of my favorite games ever. So then we were losing, I think, by a goal or two. But because he was a net, they started shooting from the red line, like every time they crossed the red line, and they never did score on him. I remember one diving save he made backdoor. That was just crazy.
That's how he is. He is crazy. He was a trainer after.
Oh, really?
After he was done playing hockey, yeah, he was the
trainer.
Yeah.
Oh, the goalie coach.
No. He was like the equipment manager.
Okay. Yeah. Really? For what team?
Yeah.
For Heilbronn?
Heilbronn. Yeah, for Heilbronn. He did it for 2 years.
What's he doing now? Do you know?
He has his own company now. He's doing landlord, like
oh my gosh, landscaping.
Yeah.
I was gonna say manscaping. So anyways, okay, that was one of the stories. I had to tell that story because I've never told that one before. That was hilarious. Oh, and he played great. What a team guy to jump in and play net for the team, eh?
Absolutely.
Okay. Anyways, so where and what are you doing now?
I'm living in Freiburg right now.
And that's where you're from, right?
Yeah, that's where I'm from. Yeah. I took over my parents' business 2014.
The fresh market.
Absolutely. It's in Edeka. You know Edeka?
Yeah, I know Edeka. That's a grocery store.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. I have 2 grocery stores in Freiburg.
You have 2 grocery stores?
Yeah.
You really?
Yeah, I do.
Hey,
yeah. Not big ones, but
good for you. I loved Edeka. That was all the fresh food, eh?
Absolutely. Yeah.
It was like the higher end grocery store, right?
It is. Yeah, it is. Yeah. It is.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. Yeah.
I miss grocery stores in Germany. You guys have way better grocery stores.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so. I like to go into grocery stores North America when I'm there. So
I guess everybody likes things that are different, right? I just liked all the little sandwiches you were making me. Even like the schnitzel sandwiches. Do you got schnitzel sandwiches at your grocery stores?
I do.
Oh dear.
And I have
David.
Leberkäse sandwich.
Oh, genau. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Leck me a mosh. No, seriously, I miss German food a lot. Sometimes I make schnitzels at home just because it's been so long, or I learned how to make spätzle.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so I make my own spätzle and kids call it German noodles. So you have 2 grocery stores. So you're a pretty busy boy. So why did I see that you played a hockey game this season for the Freiburg Wolves?
That was crazy, man.
You were -6, man.
We lost 9-0 against Heilbronn.
You can't lose to the Falcons 9-0, man. They don't even buy the good sticks there.
It's impossible. But the whole team was on COVID, so they had barely 6 players, and they asked 3 guys from us to help out. And I was like, yeah, why not? Just try it. Maybe I get a couple shifts. At the end, I had 30 minutes of ice time. After 7.5 years doing basically nothing.
just around the grocery store.
just skating once a week with we call it old boys, like an old man's team.
Yeah. The Alta Ayas.
Other than that, I didn't do anything. I was dying out there, but yeah, I survived. It was a main point for me. And did
they pay you to play that game?
I didn't want to. I didn't want to because
at -6, I don't think you deserve that.
I'm a sponsor too, so I think I was the first sponsor playing for his team. I think nobody did that before. So,
no.
But it was fun. I really enjoyed it, even if we lost. But playing with my brother and being in the dressing room again, and the whole atmosphere. We had only 500 people at the game because of COVID.
Yeah.
But
so you played with Carlos, Mark Whitforth,
he was
shed guy.
He was out. He was out that game too.
Okay,
so I didn't play with him. Billy was out too.
Yeah, Christian Bilic. Yeah. So those are guys I had written down that still play there. That I feel like that's why Freiburg, it seems like they're lower budget team, but they always they have a good team that competes hard, and like it's the core, like Carlos, Mark Whitforth, or Billy, right? They're good guys, like and they're teammates, right?
Now they're veterans, like the German veterans. They played there for years in that league.
They're pretty old balls now. Alta Aya, right?
They lead the team as well. So we have a couple of young guys too from Freiburg, from other countries, cities in Germany. We got guys in from Schwenningen, like Förderlizenz guys.
That's like call-ups, folks. That's what a Förderlizenz is, right? That's when you're like East Coast AHL deal. It's like second league, first league.
Yeah.
Right.
And we have 4 imports this year. You can have 5, but 4 can only play.
Yeah. So I heard that the players in that league, the imports are making more money because there's less of them, but there are many teams carrying 5 imports and then playing 4. So there's a guy just sitting in the stands.
Like they start with 4 and then they see how it goes. Maybe you need a backup, need another goalie, or you see the forward struggling, you get another forward in. So I think most of the team does it.
I just couldn't imagine like being a healthy scratch as an import. I remember in Hellbrot that year of the lockout, they started bringing in the Slovaks and telling us, they told the imports that if we didn't start winning, that we were all going to get healthy scratch, and the young Slovaks coming in were taking our jobs.
Andre Birish was his name?
Yeah, he was one of them. Yeah, he's like 20 years old. Yeah. Anyways, I only had to sit out the last game of that regular season, and when we had already had our playoff position, so I did it. I didn't get really healthy scratched as an import, so that's good.
You just took a break there.
I was just a little stressed out. I had a newborn, and like in the hockey world, is an import in Europe, if you start getting healthy scratched, you're probably done. So when you have a newborn and you're like, I feel like I'm still a hockey player, and you're like, well, if they start healthy scratching me in Hellbrunn or Falcons, I'm done.
That's what happened, huh?
Yeah. So anyways, we did get put out first round, and then we moved on. We went our separate ways. And I really haven't had many people on from that team. And I guess that's what happens, right? Is when you don't win anything, you underachieve. Like guys just don't really stay in contact. It's just kind of like a bitter taste in your mouth, right?
Yeah, I don't think it's about the winning or losing. It's more about the personal attitude from the team, like from the leaders of the team, from the leaders of the club. Yeah. If he doesn't like you, you're out. If he likes you, even you're not a good player, you're still in. So
and
I think that's how it is everywhere, like even in a regular
jobs when people like people, they want them there, right? There was some interesting stuff that year though. I remember they wouldn't buy us the good hockey sticks. Like I had been in Bietigheim, and they would buy me the best Bauer sticks, and I could shoot it where I wanted to shoot it. And then that year, the leaders of the team said, sticks don't really matter. We can pay for the 50 euro stick instead of the 250 euro stick, and you can play hockey the same way. And I tell you, I had so many chances to score that season early on, and I would go to shoot it, and I would fuck it into the corner. But seriously, like they just didn't shoot right, and I couldn't pick where I was shooting anymore. And I'm like, you pay me this much money to come here and play, but then you won't give me the tools to shoot it where I want it. It doesn't make any sense. And then you get mad at us for not winning. And it's like, well, maybe the details are what matters, and maybe that's good sticks.
For me, it doesn't make a difference because I can't shoot anyway. So
well, for some people it does. Okay. So did you have fun playing that game though, or were you a little winded?
Seriously, I had so much fun there, because just being back, just
around the boys,
and to see how it goes. Have a 2-touch as a pregame warm up.
Love it. Yeah. How'd you do? Did you win any games?
Great. Absolutely not.
Wow, really?
No.
I was always a better 2-toucher than you, I think.
Probably
one of the best imports you've ever seen, though. Can you give me that?
No, I can't.
Jeez, come on.
No, Fish was good this year. David Fisher, he was a good 2-touch player.
Oh yeah, you think he was better than me, eh?
Absolutely, yeah.
Huh. Maybe I got a little more creative in my later years then. I don't know. I don't know. I felt like I was really strong in the 2-touch game, but maybe not. Well, two touch is the best though. When you're playing that and you're like, this is work. I'm at work right now.
Yeah, it's a good warm up too. Like just having fun, lose up, and
Okay, so I got more questions about your real job then. Just
yeah,
curious now, okay? Because I'm in the business world now. So how many
yeah.
employees do you have?
About 60 total.
60 in between the two stores.
Yeah,
And then you said they're in one's in Freiburg, and where's the other one?
both in Freiburg.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So that's good. You're right at home for it all then.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are the hours? They're not 24 hours.
No, we have 7 to 10, like 15 hours a day.
So then you got a
Something-
manager at each store that runs the show, and you're just on
Yeah.
overseeing them.
Yeah. Yeah. I have 3 managers in the bigger one and 2 managers in the smaller one. Yeah.
Yeah. So there's always a manager on duty.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't have to stay till 10 at night.
On Sunday in Germany, is everything still completely closed?
Yep, absolutely. Just the bakery. We have a little bakery too. This one is open from 7 to 12 o'clock.
Yeah, Germany like is still like Sundays were like closed. There's nothing open. Around here, Sunday's just a normal day, really.
Yeah, yeah.
People just
No, not
keep
here.
doing stuff, keep working,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
I remember a guy in Germany, Dan Hallman, was gardening at his own house on a Sunday, and the neighbors called the police on him.
Yeah, yeah. Even during lunchtime, we have like between 3 and like between 1 and 3 o'clock. You're not allowed to do those stuff.
Yeah, you can't work right during
No.
lunch. You got to
Yep.
take a break.
Yep. You have to
So-
be quiet too.
Right. Yeah. That was for the napping, right?
Yeah.
But so stores are open later then because you got to take 2 hours off. Like in the business world, I guess that's what happens here, right? Is everybody's got to be open more and longer because you make
Yeah.
more money, right? And there,
Yeah.
at least there's rules to slow you guys down.
Yeah. But you need employees anyways. We don't have that much employees to keep open 24 hours, 7
Yeah.
days a week. There's no chance.
Yeah. Well, I don't know how they do it around here. Grocery stores are
Yeah.
pretty well open, I think.
Yeah.
But anyways, okay. Well, that's cool. And you also have kids.
Yeah. I have 2 boys.
How old are they?
Mika is 10. Isn't
10.
he born the same year than Colby?
Colby? Was he born in Hellbrun 2012?
Yeah.
Really? Are you coaching him
January-
in hockey then?
I did under 7 and under 9 years. I did.
Sorry, you said January.
Yeah.
So Colby was December. So he's the very end of the
Yeah.
year. So he's the next
Yeah.
hockey season. So you were the one coaching me, like what to do, where to go at the hospital, I think, and all that
Yeah.
shit, right?
Yeah. Yeah. We did. I think so.
Yeah, you and Crowley. Did he not have a kid there too?
Yeah. But he's older. I think he's born 2011.
But yeah, you guys were definitely the ones coaching me on how to
Yeah.
do it.
Yeah.
Where to
You
go.
did great. You did great.
Thank you. I know. I think Lisa did better though, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
I actually remember that day Colby was born was we were supposed to go on the road to play a Pokal game like the other side of Germany. And it was
Mhm.
like an hour or two from when I would have been leaving, 2 weeks from due date. And she says it's go time. And I'm like, I highly doubt it. It's 2 weeks away. So I took a while letting Beckham out because I thought she'd say false alarm. By the time I got back, she's like, are you ready yet? And yeah, it was go time. So I missed that game. Yeah, that I remember that because if it would have waited 5-6 hours, I would have been on a bus heading elsewhere when it was go time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're lucky there.
I was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy times. It's
Yeah.
fun looking back on this shit. I forgot about all this stuff, eh? Not that
Yeah.
stuff. Not that stuff. The hockey stuff. Shit. Okay. What else do I got? So you're coaching the kids though. I saw pictures of you coaching
Yeah.
kids.
Yeah. I'm helping out the under 11 team in Freiburg.
Me too. I'm
Well,
helping the under 11 team in Concord.
Yeah. We have a head coach there, and as much time I have, I go on the ice and skate with the kids.
Yeah, that's fun, isn't it?
It is so much fun to see
Yeah.
how they grow.
How much
Like
better
I-
they get each time.
Yeah.
And then when you show
Yeah.
them something and you see them do it, you're like, oh my gosh, they did it.
We just had we play half ice under 11.
Still, really,
Yeah.
we did that for under 9 now. We don't do it for under
Yeah.
11.
Yeah. So we had the first game against Mannheim on Sunday.
You must have got just crushed.
Absolutely. Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We did.
Yeah.
But it was fun.
Mannheim crushes everybody, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
How much fun could that be for those little punks?
I think they forget about the result really quick. Just after the game, as soon as the pizza is in the cabine, they go crazy. Yeah.
I just remember in Germany, man, watching minor hockey games, and the scores would be like 20-0, 30-0. I'm like, this is what you guys do around here, right?
Yeah, that's just Mannheim and those teams.
Yeah, the what are they called? They're like little schools now for them, right? Like they live there at a young age, right?
Yeah,
these kids.
They go and pick. Yeah, they go and pick the good kids from the small clubs and take it to Mannheim, and then they're gonna run the show.
Then they groom them.
Yeah.
So Germans are like better at hockey now, though, eh?
Yeah, but
like,
now that there was every time, but the Olympics this year.
Oh, did they not do good?
No,
I didn't pay attention. I was too busy doing this.
Yeah.
Well, they didn't have the big dogs though. They wouldn't have had Draisaitl, right? Like then the guy for the Senators, that little guy, what's his name? The lefty?
Stützle.
Yeah, that guy's good too. And then the D-man for the Red Wings. Like there's some
Cider.
hot Germans right now, eh? Sarah Heiss. Oh shit. It's fun trying to talk German again when it's been so long, you know?
Yeah.
Pretty well forgot.
Me too. Like my English is pretty rusty because
do you ever use
English
it
at all?
No,
not
unless you're playing two touch before a game when you come back out of retirement 7 years later.
Yep.
Eh?
Yeah.
Just waiting for my call. All right. So how'd you get into hockey that growing up in Freiburg? Because there's a lot of others. Mainly it's football or soccer in Germany.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Right. I was a kindergarten friend of mine took me to practice once, and I just couldn't stop. You know, then it kept rolling.
Yeah. And then you were into it. That was your passion.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. So I guess you started around 5-6 years old then?
6 years. Yeah.
Okay. So then did you play any other sports or?
I tried. I played tennis a long time.
Yeah.
But only in the summertime. And soccer a little bit, just maybe 2 or 3 practices, and then I thought I suck at soccer. So
you're telling me I'm a bad 2-touch player?
Yeah.
What a joke.
But
shit.
Yeah, a little bit of tennis. Yeah.
Yeah, I like tennis. Yeah. I don't get around the court like I used to, but more of a pickleball player now. You guys play pickleball in Germany?
No. What's that?
It's you play it on like a tennis court, but the actual lines are smaller, and the ball you can like hit it like a ping pong ball and like spin it, and it's like bigger. You should really try it.
Okay.
It's better than tennis.
Is it?
Yes. Okay. I'm in a pickleball league here in the neighborhood in the summers with the neighborhood guys. I dominate. I run amok in my pickleball league. Okay. So anyways, you get into hockey and then you start playing pro here. The same year you're playing under 17. So you're playing pro at 16 years old.
I did, yeah.
So do you get any ice time, or are you like?
No,
I remember
really.
in Germany, all the kids just sit on the bench, right?
Yeah. The first year I didn't get really much ice time. I was just watching and practicing with the guys.
And at 16, it's got to be hard to be practicing with the men and the pros, right? It would teach you a lot.
Yeah. There was just Russians in Freiburg that time. We had Oleg Snarok. He was a national team coach of Russia.
Was it Russians or Czechs?
Russians that time.
Okay, because I was the research team got hot, and in Freiburg there's a big history of Czech Republic players.
Yeah.
Why is that?
The president of the team back in the days, he was Czech too, and he had a lot of connections. Sure, and he brought all the Czechs in. I think that's why it was that time that we had a lot of Czechs and East European, Russians too. Latvians, everything.
Yeah, I still remember when I forget what team I was on. I think it was with Bietigheim. Yeah, it was the guy that beat me in scoring in the league, I think.
Snog, yeah.
The one guy literally just didn't even play defense. Like he wouldn't even go back. He wouldn't even care. He was number 4, whatever his name was.
I don't know, number 4.
Yeah, I don't think you
Don't
were
know.
on that team that year. You were on a
Okay.
different team. I don't think you were in
Yeah,
Freiburg
could
that
be.
year. I think you were in the DL. But it was interesting to watch the guy play hockey, and the coach just let him do it. But he scored a lot of points. But yeah, there's a lot of Eastern European players there, eh?
Yeah, not anymore. Now they switched it up a little bit.
Oh,
they
yeah.
just got a Slovak in 2 days ago. But they have Canadians.
Well, they had Shed superstar Evan Mosey played there for a bit.
Yeah, and the COVID season last year, I think.
Yeah, he's a Shed favorite.
Yeah,
yeah,
I heard about it.
He got a lot of Kit Kats one night in Sheffield.
I saw that.
A lot of Kit Kats. Yeah, actually, the first 3 years that the research team saw this, my first 3 years in Germany, you were in the DL for pretty well the whole time, so we wouldn't have played against each other. That's why I didn't really know you till Hal Brown.
Yeah, could be.
No, it is. The research team found it. So when you make under 17 for Germany, where do you play? Where do you go?
We played.
You played every year. So what are the ones you remember? You played every 8. So who are the best 83s in Germany? That's my age. Right? We're the same.
Marcel Gottsch.
Right.
He played 800 games in the NHL.
Yeah.
Dimitri Petzold, the goalie. He played NHL too. Yeah.
Petzold played in the NHL for.
Yeah, he had a cup. Sharks. San Jose Sharks, I think.
Okay, I didn't know that one. Dirk Robel,
Felix,
also. Hey, he's
Dirk
former
Robel,
guy.
he's a legend, a Bietigheim legend.
Oh yeah. I was on his retirement team.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. No, Dirk was one of my best buddies at Bietigheim. Yeah, loved playing with him. And then the other guy I had written down that I saw was on a bunch of your teams was Seilerama, Max Seiler.
Yeah, he's a beauty. He's a beauty.
He sure is. I got a story about him. Well, it was the funniest thing I've seen that I remember. We had just won the semifinals and we had a break before the finals. This year we win it. But he's like injured. I think he had torn both shoulders or something.
Yeah.
But we went out and celebrated the semifinal victory. And I'm pretty sure that he ate glass. Like he broke the glass and then showed us that he could eat it.
No, he didn't.
Yeah. He chewed it.
Oh my God.
And swallowed it.
Oh shit.
If I'm wrong, Max, I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure that's what I saw. It was interesting. But yeah, what a beauty. Yeah. Okay. So then you're playing pro for the next couple of years in Freiburg in your hometown. And then I guess do you also play junior?
I played junior world championships. Or you mean with Freiburg?
Yeah, like you were playing 2 seasons, right?
Yeah. I played both. I played the most time. I played juniors Saturdays, and Friday, Sunday I played with the pros.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's busy, eh?
Yeah, but that time you love hockey.
That's all you do. That's all you want to do.
That's all you want. Yeah. Right.
Yeah, I totally agree. And play 2-touch.
Yeah.
Okay, so then any other best Germany? So you had a pretty decent team. So are you always playing like the top tier of like world championships? It's always that's like Canada and all that. Yeah,
we did. We've been to Halifax World Championships in Halifax.
I remember Dirk was on that team, right?
Yeah. We played Canada. There was Jordan Tutu on the team.
Yeah, he was just running guys over.
He was crazy. But I scored 1 goal that tournament, and it was against Canada. We lost 4-1, but I scored. Yeah.
Hey, that's awesome.
Coach put me in as a forward, and I just scored.
Yeah, you were playing forward.
Yeah, I played both then. Yeah,
I never saw you play forward.
No, not after that.
You're up and down the wing, Go to the net hard.
Yeah.
Shit. Okay. So then what else do I got here? You're 3rd year pro then. So you still play under 19. So I guess you're 18 years old. You're 3rd year pro. Okay. You did score 10 goals and get 7 assists playing pro. So you get ice time now. You played forward getting 10 goals?
I played forward that year. Yeah. I played forward that year. I had a lot of ice time. I don't know who the coach was that year. but it was fun by the time because I was getting into it and trying
So
to
then
stay in the
if you
team.
had 10 goals as a German
Yeah.
18-year-old, when did they switch you back to D?
I played D the juniors the whole time, and I don't know why I played forward that year, but I was in between forward and defenseman all the time. But
Well, 10 goals in the second league as an 18-year-old German, that's pretty good.
yeah, it was okay. It was okay. It was a decent season for me. I think I never scored that much goals again.
And you're 18, man. That's yeah. So, anyways, that coach gave you a chance, and that's cool.
Yeah.
I remember when I first got over to Germany, and like if I'd get a shift against like the third, fourth line where you get the kids out with the cages on, I was like, oh, it's go time.
But they try hard all the time, so maybe it's not that
It's
easy.
annoying
Yeah.
playing against them. You're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. But there were some teams, right? It depended how good their junior teams were. If they had good young Germans, right?
Yeah.
There were some teams that had great young Germans, and some team you're like, if I get out there against them, we're gonna score.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So then you do play under 19. So what was the coolest country you guys went to as Team Germany?
Yeah, Canada, I would say.
Yeah, that would be cool for you guys. It was cool for me to go to Germany.
They had a nice arenas over there.
Halifax is nice. I've never been there.
I
just hear great things.
Yeah, it is, and it was great time there too. It was Christmas and New Year, like every year the World Juniors are.
Yeah,
and we had a good time there. Yeah, we lost, so we go down to the second division. But it was good.
Yeah,
good times.
So did you try a Donair in Halifax?
No,
because they have a different sauce than Donor. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, it's different. They have this sauce. It's like it's not the same. You know how I love donors.
I know.
Yeah, I had issues. You should say hi to Turkish guys if you're ever in Helbron.
Yeah,
I knew every guy in town. Okay. What else do I got then? So then under 20s, you're playing Halifax. That would have been fun. So what any other countries then? Where else did you go?
To Scandinavia, Finland. Finland a couple times, yeah.
Did you guys, what was the best you guys ever did? Did you ever finish like high?
Yeah, under 18 World Championship, we ended up 5th. That was pretty good for us.
That is good.
Yeah, we haven't been great around that time there, but yeah, we did okay.
Okay. So you guys, when you play Canada, I'm guessing that's like Spezza, Bouwmeester, and then Russia would be like Kovalchuk, because that's my age group, right?
Yeah, he was there too.
Yeah,
he was crazy. Even at the under 16 World Championship, he was just dominating. I think we lost 8-1 that game against. He scored 7 goals, I think.
Kovalchuk.
He was doing whatever he wanted.
I remember playing against Spezza in like under 17 camp, and I was like, wow, I can't believe how big and strong and like skilled that guy is. And then when he didn't get drafted first overall, I was like, how good can this guy be from Russia? I don't understand.
Yeah, he was huge, and he was so
skilled,
just big and strong.
They're like they're just totally they're freaks.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, not normal folks like us, right?
No.
So your 4th year, then you're playing World Juniors and you're having a great time. Is also the year your hometown team and you become Deutsche Meisters.
Yep.
Who'd you beat?
Garmisch, Riesase.
Oh,
we swept them 3-0 in the finals. Yeah.
They were never that good either when I was in Germany.
No, I think they went bankrupt after.
Well, they were always in the league, but they're just kind of there.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
No, they had a good team by that year. They were pretty good.
I don't remember like Freiburg. I guess it was never like that. Freiburg and Garmisch being the top teams in the league when I was there.
Yeah. We ended up 7th, I think, after the regular season.
Yeah, when I was with you in Helbron, or you mean that year?
No, in Freiburg. You
guys won it after finishing 7th?
Yeah.
Really?
I think the first 2 rounds we won the last game, the game 7 and game 5.
I never understood that. Why first round you get 7 games and then you get less games in the semis and finals? Like, why would you play less games for the more important ones? Makes no sense.
No, it doesn't. But I think it's still like that over here.
Oh, they should really
Yeah,
switch that up.
yeah. And we have pre-playoffs now.
We had those for a bit when I was there, not
Okay.
right at the start, but they
Okay.
did come in. Yeah, the
Yeah.
best of 3, while all the teams
Yeah.
just wait for it to start. Well,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
7 plays 10 and 8 plays 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, why'd you play the whole regular season then to do pre-playoffs, right?
Yeah. I don't know.
Strange. Yeah, strange. Sometimes there's some strange decisions in Germany when it comes to
Yeah.
hockey.
Yeah. Yeah. You're right. Absolutely.
But hey, you're teaching the kids now. You'd be perfect at it. And you know who else I have written down that the research team saw was Torsten Fent Toto. Is also
Yeah.
coaching kids too. He's coaching under
Oh,
20.
yeah.
And he's
Yeah.
one of the guys from that Hellbrunn team that like I just really had a shine to. It was you two guys, Cruelly, and like Levs was a great dude, but like you guys just seem like great teammates. And like we never really spent that much time because we all had like the young kids, right? But
Yeah.
you can just tell who's like, you know, there for the right reasons, right?
Yeah. Toto, he's a professional coach now too.
I thought he's under 20.
Yeah. Yeah. But he's it's
Like,
a job.
That's his
He
job.
yeah. Yeah. He gets paid for it. Not like us. Or do you get paid for it?
No, I don't get anything. No,
Yeah.
I do it for the love.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah. No, actually, I do love it though. It's like, because then when these kids grow up and like I see them around town, I'll be like, hey, buddy, how are you? You know?
Yeah. Maybe one of them will make it to the show.
Well, yeah, it's there's a lot of hockey players out there in the world, isn't there?
Yeah, they are.
Yeah,
Especially in Canada.
I just love how much they love hockey, man. I see them, they're playing mini hockey all the time. They always want to get together. It's like I have a team exactly how I want it to be. They're like brothers, they love each other, and all they want to do is see each other all the time and do stuff together. And there's no cliques, there's no like we hang out together. They're all just a team, and to see it as their coach it just warms my heart.
Yeah. That's what it is. That's what it's about. Like
it is.
Even my son, he loves to stay at the dressing room after, having fun there, loud music, like us.
When
Like
dance a little, right? But that's the thing. I don't think I danced enough in Hellbrunn. I don't think I was myself enough when I was there. I was the new guy on the team. I had to like ease into it. I was not really Wally when I was there. I was trying to be like serious guy, you know?
You sure?
I don't know.
Didn't you play ping pong just naked? Was it you?
Probably, but
Probably,
I don't actually recall that, but I have done a lot of things naked in the locker room. I remember in Bietigheim, the coach was making me do squats, and it was in the middle of the locker room, so did it
just
naked.
Yeah.
Heavy squats for the boys.
Yeah. It's the first time and the only time you did squats, didn't you?
I used to do them sometimes.
Really?
I didn't like them. Yeah, didn't like them. If I had the option, I wouldn't do them. Oh, shit. Okay, so you guys do move up to the first league after you win it, though. How was that? Do you guys end up like getting paid more because you go up to the first league?
Like, yeah, it was okay. Like we didn't have the arena to get up, but we get a special license for 1 year to stay in the league. And we had a really low budget team that year, like really low budget. I think it was even low budget for the second league.
And you're in the first league. That would have been fun. Eh? Just getting throttled every game.
Yeah, that's what it was basically. Yeah, we had a couple of good games, but other than that, we just got killed every game. But for me, it was perfect. I was a young kid. I played every situation. I played PK, not power play, but PK and 5-on-5. I played the last couple of minutes. It was the best thing for me. Like the first year in the DL, you need to play,
and you're playing in every position against the best players. Like there's the DL, man. You get some of those teams, those players are high-end players, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Like we played Berlin the first game. We lost 7-3 or so. I scored my first goal, my first DEL game. It was
really
good for me. Yeah. And they had like really good guys there. Like really, I think Kölzig was there too by that time.
Who?
Olaf Kölzig, the goalie.
Really? He was playing on Berlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been some players that play in Germany that are very, very, very like they're Yeah, like those Berlin teams, Munich nowadays, right? Like the guys are bringing in they must be paying them some serious cash, not what they're paying us in the second league.
No, you can't say us. You have to say you, because you made the most money in our team. I think so.
No, I doubt it. Ah, man, I don't know about that. But I do know it kept going down every year.
Yeah.
I remember my first year at Landshut was like peanuts. Then it went up like a bit. And then I did really well. Bietigheim gives me an offer to like stay. And I'm like, yeah, that's great. And then each year I'd go in to like, be like, so what are we doing? They'd be like, well, we got to pay you just a little less, just a little less, just a little less. And then the last year in Bietigheim when Hellbrod offered a little bit less, Bietigheim's like, we're not doing it anymore. Yeah.
You should get an agent. Maybe he would do better.
Yeah, well, I had agents, but like everything really ended up happening by me talking to people, right?
Yeah,
like Rico and I had a beer in the VIP room at a Steelers game when I was injured. And he was like, I know we've talked about this before, but I want you to play for me. And I'm like, he's like, maybe now's the time. I'm like, maybe it is. And then that's how it gets done, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It's all about, if people don't know you, it's hard to sign them to a contract for a year, right?
Yeah. It's in Germany. It's pretty. I think you don't need an agent because
once you're there, you don't, right? Once you got to know the people, but for the imports, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they come over the first time, they need an agent for sure.
Yeah, you need to get over there and see what's up, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you got to have good ones. I hear there's some scumbags out there, man. There's been guys since I've been back that tell me, this agent's telling me if I give him 1,500 up front, he'll get me something over there. And I'm like, that is not how it works.
That's not an agent.
No, you get the contract and you don't pay the agent nothing because the team pays him. Yeah. So anyways, okay. I know we got sidetracked, eh?
Yeah.
Where are we here? One thing I had written down, the year you won it, you guys had 7 Czechs, 3 Canadians, 1 Finn, and a Belarusian. That was crazy. Multicultural, eh?
I think most of the Czechs were German, like they had a German
Czechs
pass.
Right? Yeah. The German pass. There's quite a few Czechs over there with German passes, eh? Yeah.
But they've been there forever, so that was okay.
Oh yeah, no. So what's the locker room vibe like with that many guys? Because I found it different based on where you sign the imports from. Like it changes the culture of the room.
It does. Really, it does. Like there was like the cliques. Like you had the Czechs on one side, you had the young Germans on the other side, you had a couple other imports on one. Yeah, that's how it was back then. But I don't know.
That's what happened to Bietigheim while I was there. It wasn't like that when I got there, and by the time I left, that's what it was. And I was like, I've been here for all this, and maybe that's on me. Maybe I should have stopped this, right? It's hard though when like people come from different backgrounds, they have different things and interests, right? Like they do different things during the day, they talk different languages. It's not easy.
Even family or no family. If you have family, you're not gonna hang out with the boys all the whole afternoon.
No, unless it's a Cabina Fest and it's mandatory, right? Then you have to.
Yeah.
Oh, I miss Cabina Fest. They were fun, eh?
Me too. Yeah. Really.
Yeah. Folks, Cabina Fest is locker room party. That's what that means. And you have to go and you have food. And then you usually hit the town after, right? But it's mandatory. It's a team function, right?
Yep. Yeah. Tuesdays. Most of the time, Tuesdays.
I'm pretty sure I did one in Hellbrod, and mine was the vice firsts. And Rico's like, really? The fat guy's bringing vice firsts in? Oh, shit. So anyways, that year, I know where we were. That year you were getting all the ice time and your team sucked in the first league. That's when you proved you can play in the first league. And then instead of going down with Freiburg, you had to leave home now eventually, right?
The year we won the second league, I signed for Augsburg already, but I put a little note in the contract that if we get up, I can stay in Freiburg.
Right. And
by the time we were 7th place, and my dad said, just put it in there. I was like, why? We never get up. So yeah, but just put it in. Okay, I'm fine with it. So we went up.
So your dad kind of helped as your agent then, really?
Yeah. He was involved in the Freiburg club as well, so he knew about the hockey business. So he said, just put it in there. Maybe we have a chance you can stay. And yeah, luckily we put it in, and I could stay, and I had a lot of ice time. Yeah.
Was that a 1-year deal then?
Yeah, it was a
So
1-year deal.
then you do that 1 year stay in Freiburg, but then you do end up signing with Augsburg.
Yeah,
again.
I did sign with Augsburg for 2 years then. Yeah.
And that's the same GM, same guys that were trying to do it the year before.
Yeah, exactly.
They weren't mad you put that in and then you wanted to stay home.
No, not really. I think they were happy because then I played the whole year. Yeah.
And you played more, and then you're more ready when you get there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And we had Benoit Laporte as a coach.
Don't know him.
No. He was a French Canadian. He was hard, but he was fair. If you
that's all you want, right?
Yeah. We had a lot of practices with a lot of back skates, but at the end, he was okay.
Yeah,
he was okay.
What were like, if he's a Canadian coach, what was his like training like before the season? Because my experiences in Bietigheim, I'm sure people know about with Mr. Brittig, were quite intense. So what was it like with a Canadian coach?
He brought a fitness coach in. So every off ice, we had a fitness coach. He did it with us. We had off ice once and skated twice, I think. But it was okay. It was pretty decent.
Right. It would be a professional that knew what they were doing when it came to training hockey players. And it was good.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Makes sense. So Augsburg's when you meet Toto, though. That's when you meet Torsten Fente.
Yes, I did. Yeah.
What a legend.
He is a legend. He is a legend, living legend. Absolutely.
I still remember the day I went into Rico's for my meeting when they told me they didn't want me back. And that's basically when we were all going in there to be told that, except for a couple of you. Yeah. And then I went in. That's what they said. And then I came out and Torsten was there and he was like, they really like, they don't want you back. He's like, I think you're good for a team. And I was like, I don't know, man. And I just, he's always a good teammate. That guy would do anything for the team. He would block any shot. He would battle harder than anybody. Just a good person, right?
Yeah, absolutely. He was a absolutely leader in the team too.
Yeah.
If you had any problems, doesn't matter what problem, you could go to him. He would
anywhere
help you
in life. Yeah. Guy you could talk to. He was older. He'd been there, done that. I think he was a captain in the DL, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Research team. Pretty sure they saw that today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anyways, you get to Augsburg then. What kind of role are you playing? Are you like sixth, fifth D-man?
Yeah. I was sixth D-man. Sechster Verteidiger.
Yeah, genau. The sechster Verteidiger, yeah.
Genau. Yeah. And with Daniel Rau, he was a young German too. Like we two of us were fighting for a spot, but then you had injuries too. So I had a lot of games that year.
Okay.
It was fun. It was fun, like the first year being away from home too.
Yeah. Wow. It would be different for you, right? It's time to spread your wings. You're at that age too, where like you're probably itching to try something new.
Yeah.
Before I forget though, okay, because I always forget when I get in the groove of like stuff I need to talk about. Okay. So I was contacted from Uncle Ricky Maloney about his nephew Maxon Maloney. He's a 7-year-old kid in the UK that is got Burkitt lymphoma, and basically he has 6 months of a lot of shit to go through, a lot of shit for 6 months, and they say this is beatable, but they're trying to keep his spirits up. They're trying to keep him going. So we're raffling off one of my jerseys. It's going to be the one I'm wearing right now. I'm going to make it smell bad. It's going to smell like me. And then whoever wins it, I can sign it for you if you want. But if everybody can go to aleshockeytales.com, we're going to raise some money for their family because they got 6 months of paying for hotels and all that to be with them. And I'm sure he would very much enjoy seeing how much we can raise for him. And that might help his spirits, right?
Absolutely.
Everybody, that's the powerful shed, right? That's drinking beers in my shed can do that, folks. So why not, right? Let's do this. Let's help them out because the Maloney's were the Shed's first sponsor. They were the very first people to ever pay me to drink beers with my friends. So I will never forget that, you know? So please buy tickets. The raffle will be up tomorrow, aleshockeytales.com, and you could win this jersey, right? There you go. Okay. Where were we?
I don't know.
I don't know either. So Matt Caruth's jersey and stick are also up, and there's 5 days left. He plays for the Cardiff Devils, the goalie, Germany. You can buy tickets for that too. For hemophilia for his nephew. Right? Yep. A lot of raffles on the website. aleshockeytales.com, Deutschland. Okay. I don't know what page I'm on here. Wrong page. Okay. So Augsburg was you guys are low budget, so the folks around the world can understand it. Augsburg is always known for being a low budget DL team. For the imports, probably, I guess, for the Germans too, right? They're usually around the pre-playoffs, maybe, right?
Yep.
That's where they're trying to be.
That year, the first time we made the playoffs. That was like historically. We've never been that good that year.
Were they used to be in the second league or no?
No, first league. Yeah, they've been in the first league the whole time. And
they had never made the playoffs.
Nope.
Can't be that much fun to lose every year as a team, right?
Yeah, but did you been there at that rink?
I never played in Augsburg because they were in the first league the whole time. And I never ventured up that far.
It's open on 3 sides. Like there's no walls on this. Yeah, no, not anymore.
No, because I remember there was a rule. All the DL arenas had to be closed in, right? Because I think Straubing, when they moved up, had to close their arena.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
but we played like at that time we had TV games. Only one TV game a week, not like this. Not like today. Like every game is on TV.
Right.
And it was so cold. They put a water bottle underneath our bench. After the first period, they brought it up, and it was frozen. Yeah.
I played in Krimichow once that happened to me, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you were playing the DL and the water bottles froze?
Yeah. But that was our advantage at home. Nobody wanted to play there.
Augsburg is Bavaria, right? Like it's not far from Landshut.
Close to Munich.
Yeah. Yeah. So I love that area. Bavaria is awesome. I like Freiburg too. And what the Black Forest, what's it called? Or where Hellbraun and Bietigheim were, right?
Yeah.
The heck's that called again? Baden-Württemberg.
Baden-Württemberg, you mean?
Genau, Baden-Württemberg. Ich vergessen ein bisschen. Ich bin 8 oder 9 Jahre. No, 10 Jahre. Right? No, 9. Since wir wohnen in Deutschland.
Dein Deutsch ist super.
It used to be, eh?
Yeah, it was.
But yeah, it's been 9 years, folks. I guess, since I saw you was when I was asked not to come back.
Yeah.
I remember that was the year when my mom came over to visit, or my parents came over to visit. And I just had Colby, and we're cruising around in my little car, and I'm driving standard. And then someone called me, and I picked up the phone and just started talking German. And my mom was sitting beside me, and she was like, "What?" Man, it's funny what you can learn after 6 years, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. So anyways, then you do your 2 years. You played a bit with Freiburg. So you're a Feder license player or whatever?
Yeah. Right. They sent me down to Freiburg then the second year because I didn't play well, and I was sitting on the bench a lot. So it was good for me to get ice time, get back to my hometown team, and get some ice time there.
Yeah. So your gal's probably from your hometown too. So she was with you through most of this, eh?
My wife now?
Yeah.
No, we got together just after when I was in Kassel. The year I played in Kassel.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay. So that's why you're more willing to move away from home too, eh?
Yeah.
A lot of there's some hockey players out there that once they get hooked on, they don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you do your 2 years, you do that, whatever. Then you sign probably with a big budget second league team, Wolfsburg, trying to make it to the first league.
Yeah,
Is that right?
that was the goal. Like they said, they wanna go up this year or the year after. We did it the first year, and automatically my contract got extended. So it was good for me
moving
too.
up.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I remember the guys at Bietigheim, like our contracts were basically, we would, if they would sign for 2 years, it was like the first year's this much money. If we move up to the first league, you'll get, I think it was a 10% raise.
okay,
And so then we end up winning the league and we don't go up because we don't have the money because of the like crash or whatever.
yeah,
And then I don't think those guys did get their 10% because we're still in the second league, but we had done our job. We had won, right?
yeah, yeah. But we went up. We got in the DL. They got a new rink that summer too.
So who'd
Like
Wolfsburg beat in the finals?
Kassel.
Oh, and
Was
they
it
would have
the
been trying hard
derby?
to move up
Yeah,
too,
it
eh?
was a derby.
Oh, the
It was
Castle
a,
Arena is hard to play in too.
it is. We swept them too.
Really?
Yeah,
And they would have had a big budget team too, right?
they did. Yeah, they want to go up so bad, but we did it.
Right, because I think the next year's when they win it against me, right?
Could be.
Against
Yeah,
Landshut.
yeah.
That's when I first
They
came
won it
over.
the year after, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so we lost in game 5 of a best of 5 in overtime.
Okay.
Brutal.
Oh, ah,
Yeah.
scheiße.
Yeah. Yeah. It was scheiße.
Yeah.
But yeah, we lost to them. Okay, so you guys beat them. A couple guys I've written down from that team.
Yeah.
One of my favorites I've played with, Andre
Okay.
Kaufman.
Oh yeah.
When
Yes.
he was at Bietigheim and I did my Cabina Fest
Yeah.
at the Basin. I took the team to the Basin, and folks, this is like a nice country old barn where you go in and they're making all the food from local farms, right? And they make us an unbelievable meal while he gets in one and starts doing Russian knives on the table. Like, you know, like putting his hand on the table with the knife and like going as fast as he could. And he was crushed. And I was like, holy moly, like the guy can't cut his finger off at my Cabina Fest, right?
He was a guy too, like everything that was leftovers, he took it home. I don't know what he did
Oh,
with it,
yeah.
but
Yeah.
everything. Like
No, he
pizza.
did. He kept, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did he put his stick by the toilet when he played with you?
Oh, he was crazy about that. I think he put it in the toilet and flushed it.
Yeah. To get garbage goals, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So he did
That's
that with you
crazy.
too.
Crazy Russian. Oh my god.
Oh, I remember like if he would miss chances or like if whatever. And like, you know, me, I like to joke around. And I guess one time I joked around about him missing, and like Greg Schmidt had played with him and he was like, Waldo, don't joke around about that. Like he will come at you. But yeah, the stick in the toilet, I've told people about it, you know, it
Yeah,
was
really?
something. Yeah. Well, yeah. Anyways, I wonder what he's up to nowadays.
Yeah, me too.
He had the nice silver tooth there too, right?
Yep.
Right up front.
Yeah. We
And
called him soup. We called him soup. That's like Russian is tooth soup.
Yeah, that okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that because it was a Russia too. There, it was the
Yeah.
silver tooth up front there. Anyways, the other guy was Alexander Gense. He played with me at Bietigheim, and Sasha, he was old when I played with him. I think he was still playing in his 40s at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He stayed there a little longer than I did, basically. He played more DEL in Wolfsburg than I did. And he was really old by that time too.
Well, and I played with him after that, I think, right?
Oh,
yeah. I
you
played
went
with him years after that. Yeah. When I was in like near the end of Bietigheim, he played
yeah.
like his last year there. I bet you he was.
You went to Bietigheim.
I bet you he had to have been 43 or 44. Yeah. And then we had Stefan Robitaille too, who was also playing at like 40 something as an import. Yeah, we had a couple of them. Yeah, but they had better bodies than me, and they're in their 40s.
So it's like Jager.
Yeah, Jager's still going, eh? What a guy. Okay, so then you guys win it in the second league. You go up to the first league. So is there any good parade stories?
Not really. Just we went on the road, so we came home. The fans were waiting at the arena for us. It was pretty nice. We didn't expect that, but most of the guys couldn't walk anymore because we had so
Yeah.
much beer in the
Yeah,
bus.
I understand.
It was impossible to walk.
I had a hard time walking too after a
Yeah.
couple bus trips in Germany.
Yeah.
Sometimes it wasn't even when I was a Deutsche Meister.
Yeah.
But I remember we won in Munich, and then we had to bus all the way back from Munich after winning. And then there was a full party like that started at like 2, 3 a.m. like when we got back, and man, can really floor it, when you win.
Yeah.
Yeah. So did Wolfsburg or Freiburg have an actual parade though? Like actual parade?
No. We
Bietigheim we did. So haha.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. I
street?
wore cutoff jeans.
Yeah.
The guys didn't know there was a parade, so we went down for beers, and we were still in one from that late night the night before.
Yeah.
And they all made fun of my jeans because I wore the same ones all the time. And I'm like, well, boys, I'm going to cut these off and wear my Deutsche Meister shirt downtown tomorrow. And then I did that, and then they tell me there's a parade, and I literally had underwear hanging out the bottom of my shorts. They were my Daisy Dukes. I look great. I went on the parade. I went in the float with my dog like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But they'd already resigned me for next year, so they were stuck with me. Haha. That was one of my favorite days of Germany, though. Anyways, okay, so you guys don't have a parade, eh? So then you go to the first league with Wolfsburg. So then do you get, what's that like? Do they sign different players when they go up?
Oh yeah, there's
Yeah.
a lot of imports because you go
You go from 5 to 10 or 11,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. It was a good year too. Like they took some unknown imports, like new imports from overseas. Charlie Flieghoff, he's still the manager there. He does a great job getting new guys in.
Right. That aren't too much money and that show up and are good.
Yeah. And they played there for 2 years, and then most of the guys went to Mannheim or to the big teams. Like
I do remember when Wolfsburg were bringing people in, and like they weren't bottom, but they were bringing in guys that like as soon as they did good, then you get to sign with the big boys, right?
Yeah.
Make the real money.
Yeah.
Okay, so you do that, and then you decide to leave and sign with Castle for 1 year.
I didn't decide to leave. They didn't want me anymore.
I
liked it there.
Happens,
I liked it a lot there. So
Wolfsburg's also the place that has the big soccer stadium right on the highway, right?
Yeah.
So where was that? Because I've drove by that a lot.
Wolfsburg, there's a big Volkswagen plant.
Yeah,
like the whole city works there. Yeah, like
that's right.
Yeah, so all they have is soccer and ice hockey. So
and it wasn't far from Bietigheim, right?
Ooh, it's in north, way up.
Why was I? Oh, that's when I'm on the bus for hockey games. I kept remember driving by that soccer stadium on the side of the highway.
Yeah, it's just right across the hockey arena. So,
right,
but it should be at least 6-hour drive from Bietigheim.
I'm way off. So Wolfsburg's up by Dusseldorf?
No, way more up, like Hanover. You know Hanover?
Really?
Yeah.
It's up that far.
Way up.
Well, I'm way off then.
Yeah,
Just the geography brain's a little rusty in Germany. Oh shit. Okay, so they didn't want you back. That sucks.
Yeah.
So then, but you still stay in the DL with Castle. So that's their first year up. That's right after they beat us.
Was it?
I think so.
Okay.
Maybe.
I don't know.
No, second year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
so you played one the second. You played 2 DL seasons with them. My bad. You played 3 years in Wolfsburg.
Yeah. And 2 in the DL. Yeah.
Okay.
And then went to Kassel after, get a good offer there, and had a really good start.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
Who's the best bully face-off guy you ever played with or saw in your life?
Tough question.
Really? I don't think it is.
It is. It really is. Because it's not you.
I never took one. I was waiting for the guy to win it so I could shoot it.
I know Norm Millie, maybe.
Really? He could. Yeah. I'd like to see Norm Millie then take a face off against Hugo Boisvert.
Hugo, he's strong too. Yeah, he's strong.
That guy was using wooden sticks or whatever in the second league, and he was just breaking guys' sticks every face off.
Oh yeah, he was intense too. He's assistant coach now in the second league somewhere.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was the best face-off guy I ever saw because I was always
Yeah.
waiting to like take that shot.
Yeah.
And if it was him taking the face-off, I never got to take the shot.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, okay. Well, and the other guy on that team that's also been in the shed is Alex Levitt.
Oh yeah, Levy.
Yeah. He good power play guy, eh? Likes to
yeah.
open up the hips.
He was always in a good mood. It was good to play with him.
Yeah.
He was taking it easy too. Like he was not too serious about it.
I know.
But he he scored a lot of goals that year.
He did that like everywhere. He got a lot of points everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then after that, he came down to the second league and ruined my life because he'd always lead the league in scoring. Yeah. Okay. So then after the year in Castle, that rink's cool though, eh?
Yeah, it's okay. It's like it's old, but the atmosphere is great there.
That's what I meant. I didn't mean the actual arena. If the arena was empty, it's really not that. It's
no.
Right. But when the people that go into the arena is what make an arena, right?
Yeah.
And that place was crazy.
It was even on the street. If you walk on the street, they recognized you right away. It wasn't like that in Wolfsburg or in Freiburg or wherever I played. They would know you. Yeah.
Yeah. Bietigheim, they would too. It wasn't always in my advantage. Sometimes living when you're the Canadian in a small town in Germany, it's like, well, it's pretty obvious who you are.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But you don't really realize that when you're 25 years old, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
So anyways, the year in Castle happens. You guys probably were about pre-playoffs relegation, maybe?
We were dead last that year. Mm-hmm. And we went bankrupt too. In January,
good stuff. Well done. Yeah. Good work.
In January, they told us they can't pay us anymore, so we go to the Arbeitsamt. You know about that?
Yeah, the unemployment office. I think I might have gone there once before. Ich kann sprechen ein bisschen Deutsch. Ich habe einen Vertrag in Heilbronn nächste Saison. Kann ich haben ein bisschen Geld?
That's how it was back then there too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It was like I started really good, but then we did off ice practice. We did like jumps on those big boxes.
Mm-hmm.
And I landed, I sprained my ankle. And that was
so what, you tried to jump up and you didn't quite make it, or when you came down, you rolled your
when
ankle?
We came down. Yeah, when I came down.
Yeah.
And the season was not over, but I couldn't.
So when the team goes bankrupt,
yeah,
if you sign with a different team, then you won't get the unemployment. But if you just don't play the rest of the season, then you would get it. Is that how it works?
I don't know. Nobody signed with a different team because you get the money from the unemployment,
right?
And so
and then it's summertime,
and summertime too. You get it there too. Like
I remember
they got bankrupt in January, so they paid us for 3 months. We were playing hockey and get paid from the.
So you guys still played even though you're bankrupt?
Yeah, we kept playing.
Oh, I didn't think you'd play. I thought it was done and you just go on unemployment.
No. We kept playing. So
and then they pay you your full contract?
No, I think
80%.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, fun fact, folks, for the people around the world is when you play in the UK, you wouldn't get unemployment, or in North America, whatever. But in Germany, the Germans get unemployment in the summer, and the hockey players still get money in the summer. And if you're a Canadian with a contract the next season and speak good German, you might be able to go in and have a meeting and explain yourself and also get paid while you're in Canada. But I wouldn't know about that. Right?
Yeah. Never heard import did that. Never.
No. You just need someone to check your mail, right?
Yeah.
And let you know if anything came. But you need friends in Germany to do that.
Yeah.
Right? But that's hypothetical. So you went back to Freiburg. I know more people on this team. Small hockey world. Mark Heatley.
Oh, yeah.
Did you play with him in the second league then?
I did, yeah. Yeah.
I have one of my favorite stories of hockey is, it's a good one, I thought. So we're warming up. I'm playing 2-touch. I'm outside the Bietigheim Arena. He's on my team, right? Love him. Great guy. We're outside playing 2-touch. He does his own workout, or warm up, like the real thing, like you're in the NHL type stuff.
Yeah.
And I finished 2-touch. And I'm walking in to go grab my coffee, and I see the coach and PJ Fenton standing there just looking at the ice. And I'm like, what's up, guys? And they're like, look. And I look out on the ice, and Mark Heatley is doing like snow angels on the ice in like his undergear, like in his shorts and t-shirt. He's on the ice before the game doing snow angels. And he comes, and then we stand there and just watch and drink our coffee, and we're just watching him do it. And then he comes off, and we're like, Heater, what are you doing? And he goes, well, I warmed up too much. I was too hot. I had to cool down.
Oh boy. He was so superstitious too. Like,
oh yeah.
If you put the skates somewhere else, he was going crazy. It was weird, man.
He was one of the guys that, like, when in warm up, like he was dangerous to be around, right? Because he's gonna run into guys.
Yeah. He was shooting everywhere too. Like,
yeah, he could score goals, and he's big and tough and around the net. And man, he could score some highlight reel goals. But warm ups, look out, he's gonna run into you. I should get Heater in the shed. Anyways, the other guy is Chris Caprero. I guess we played with him at Hellbrod too, right?
Yep.
He was an interesting cat too, eh?
Yeah, that's well said.
One of the most skilled guys I saw around Germany those years. Like he was really good.
But his motivation was not that high.
I wouldn't say he was that dedicated on and off the ice, right? Yeah, we could say that, but I always liked him. Good teammate. I liked him. Worked hard.
Yeah, me too.
When it was game time, it was go time for him, right? Like he he's gonna play as hard as you can, right?
Yeah.
So you go from there then you went back to Freiburg. So then why do you leave to go to Hellbrun? Did they go down to the third league?
Yeah. We went.
So they went from going up to the first league down to the second league. Now you're in the third league.
Yeah, they went bankrupt again. So I had 2 years of bankruptcy right after, back to back.
I thought when you went bankrupt, you have to start in the fifth league.
No, because the second team from Freiburg, they won the fourth league. So they started again in the third league. Yeah, it's crazy over here.
You think?
Yeah, that's why I went to Heilbronn that year.
People that are listening to this will be like, what are they? I don't even understand what they're talking about. But yeah, if you go bankrupt, I remember in the second league, they would then start in the fifth league. I remember when Castle went bankrupt, and you're like, oh, they're in the fourth league now. Oh, they're in the third league now. Yeah. Oh, they're almost back.
Yeah.
Bring back nightmares. Yeah, because then all of a sudden they're gonna have big budget again, and then we're bankrupt again. Better start over. Shit. Okay, so then you go to Hellbrun. Then that's where Rico signed you.
Yep.
Out of Freiburg.
Yep. He was. We were in touch like 2 years before, but then there was a chance to play for my hometown team, being the captain of the team, being a leader after coming from the DL. So I took that chance. And
so you were the captain that year then?
Yep.
And that's when they went bankrupt.
Yes.
You can't control that shit, eh?
No, you can't. Yeah, but
pretty cool to be the captain of your hometown team in pro, though.
Yeah, it is. It was an honor for me too.
Well, it always was a lot. Right? It stays with you forever.
Yeah, it a lot of pressure too. A guy coming from the DL, they expect a lot from you. Yeah, but yeah, we had not a great year. It was we were struggling. We had 2 coaches that year, and a lot of injuries, and
a lot of coaches get fired in Germany, eh?
Yeah,
and
they really quick.
There's a lot of coaches fired, but then there's also like coaches can have good years and then just not resign, right? And it's like, I don't like to have a real team, to have a foundation. You'd think you'd have the same guy for a bit to like really, stay as one through season to season. And like when you look at some of the rosters and everything, like as soon as you bring in a new coach, they change everything. And then it's like, how do you have an identity?
Yeah, but it's easier to fire the coach than the whole team,
Like especially with the German market, right? You can always fire the imports.
Yeah.
Right.
Sometimes
there's lots
more
of
expensive.
Us.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man, but no, it's interesting, right? Because in the second league of Germany, it was always basically the same Germans, right? They just kind of some would switch teams a bit.
Yeah. Then you get some younger guys in, others go out.
Yeah, and it just keeps going.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So anyway, so then you go to Hellbron, and you guys always have a pretty decent budget. But you know what we should talk about that I don't have on the notes is the Hellbron Bietigheim rivalry.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh, yeah.
crazy, eh?
It is, because it's just a half an hour car drive, isn't it?
Half an hour. Yeah.
Yeah.
I moved
Yeah.
from Bietigheim to Hellbron after 4 years, half an hour down the road. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Like, it is a rivalry, and it's fun. Those games are the most fun games of the whole year.
By
Yeah,
a mile. Yeah.
You have
But if
4
you
games sold out.
you're also going to be the most jacked up for those games. Like I remember that was when I was the most into a game of the regular season by far.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. You put some money on the board too?
I'm pretty cheap. When I played for Hellbron, did we put money on the board? Was that a thing we did? I don't remember. I don't really remember ever having to do it as a player. I don't know. I think I would have. Yeah, I would have.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, you're right. It would, but I think we lost. That was the year they won the championship. I don't think I ever had to pay.
Did we lost a regular season game against Bietigheim? You sure?
I don't know. They won the championship that year. I know that.
Yeah. Okay.
We definitely lost a home game in Hellbron against them because I had a chance right at the end and I hit the post. I remember it.
You remember that?
Yeah, because then the coach that didn't want me back, little redheaded fuck, I saw him after, and he like came up to be like, "Hey, good game tonight." And I'm like, "Hey, yeah, okay, bud." But like, I did hit the post at the end of the game, and yeah,
happens.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? There's a lot of clicks on that team, and I was supposed to be one of the leaders, and I shouldn't have let that shit happen. So I understand why they didn't want me back. You know?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gotta look at yourself in the mirror sometimes, right? But I don't remember having to pay for money on the board because I'd remember that shit. Too cheap, I guess. So the fans, though, I remember there's a story. The Bietigheim Steeler fan club. There's a bunch of them in the one club. There's like more than one. They got kicked out of the arena for like half a season because there was like an actual fight outside the arena. They like jumped guys over the Steelers playing the Falcons, right?
Yeah, that happens. Even Schwenningen and Freiburg, they are a rivalry too. Like they just meet on the parking lot and fight. I don't know what's wrong with them, but it's what they do. That's their hobby. It's
like the movie, what's it? The Hooligans, the soccer football movie, right? Yeah. Green Street Hooligans. That's what it's like, but it's Germany and it's over ice hockey, right?
Yeah.
And we're playing the games while all this shit's happening. I remember even in Landshut, when you first get to Germany, it's like you think come to Canada's cool. It's like you first get to Germany and you see what the fans are like during a game, and you're like, I have never seen anything like this in my life.
Yeah, cheering, drumming,
the chants. Yeah. I actually just I think it was yesterday, I pulled up a video to show Colby a play in, and it was Bietigheim Hellbron back in 2010 or whatever, and to show him the crowd and everything, and it was crazy.
It is.
Yeah. People around the world just don't get what it's like in the German arena until you're there, right?
I think it's the whole Europe, not only Germany. I think Europe is different, like the culture.
Is every country like that? I don't know. I don't know.
I think so, yeah.
I think your fans were definitely the loudest by far. Okay. Like with the drums and everything. Like,
yeah.
And then you get the Derby game and there's like fireworks going off in the crowd.
Yeah.
Flares. Yeah.
A lot of police in there too.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole SWAT team's ready to go for all the brawls happening. Oh God. Yeah. It brings back a lot of memories talking to you guys. I tell you. Thanks for doing this, buddy.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So anyways, Hellbron, you were there for 3 years?
2.5. Yeah.
2.5. All right. Cause then you go home halfway through after I'm gone. Right.
Yep.
We used to have a lot of battles against them, but I guess there was, I don't know what the word is. Yeah. There were some issues. I don't think you're going to win a championship, because I remember it, like around the league, people would be like, well, you see who scores the goal and gets the assist. And then it would go up after the game, and like you're on the other team and you're driving home and you're like, well, he didn't pass it to him and he didn't score that goal. And you're like, what?
Yeah, it's different now. They video check it.
Video, that would be
Yeah.
really good. That would have been
Yeah.
really nice back then. I would have been all for that.
That's what they do now, because they would just like, even when I started playing hockey, those Russians, they had like assists. They haven't been on the ice.
They weren't even on the ice.
Yeah,
And that
yeah.
I couldn't believe it, because this is how we're getting paid. And it's literally like
Yep.
stealing. It was literally like, I'm saying I got more assists this season than I really did. And
Yep.
I don't even, and I remember, because it would be like when we in Landsuit, it was all legit, but like if the ref screwed up, like the captain was in charge and he would go over after a game and be like, here is the goals and assists from this game. Can you please make it correct? And you know, and if the ref would be like, no, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
Then the next game, the captain's going to be like, I know I owe you an assist from last game. I will get you that. And I'm like, all good, as long as it's legit. But then you go other places and they would just roll with whatever. And the ref would come over after goal and you'd see guys say like, I got it. I got it. And you're like, no, you didn't.
I touched it. Yeah.
You didn't. What? Pardon?
Yeah, because over here, like, there's not a lot of scouting. It's just they look up in the internet how many points you got, and then they sign you.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty easy here.
But, and it's like, well, if you're getting ones you're not supposed to, then that's not fair.
Yeah, no, it's not.
And you don't win championships doing that. Just thinking out loud. Anyways, moving on. So then I guess after Rico's fired, which by the way, I thought Rico was a great coach. His speeches,
Me too.
I thought he was completely good, right? Like, and it wasn't on him, right?
No, absolutely not. No. I liked him as a coach. He brought me in. He's a good guy too. Like, you can talk to him too. Like, off the ice, he's a great guy. He was taking care of us.
I thought he was fair as a coach. He, you know, he had his idea the year I played there that like the young kids were going to penalty kill. They're going to play. We're going to roll 4 lines. And he stuck with that because that was what his mindset was, which is fine. But like, I thought he was fair. He was honest. And he told us what was up. But like, then when his job was on the line and they bring in the Slovaks and all that's happening, he did tell us what was up. And but I did think he made the decisions based on who was playing good and who wasn't, right?
Yeah. That's what he did. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he was, I had no issues at all with that. Okay. So that third year, then you play half the season and then you go back for the playoffs in Freiburg and move home.
I moved home because my dad got sick. And there was he told me like he has to shut down the Edeka, like the grocery store. If you're not going to come back soon, he has to close it because he can't do it anymore. He's now 72. So he didn't feel good. Now he's okay again. I have to say that.
Okay, I was been well. Okay.
No, he's okay again. Yeah,
good.
But he couldn't do it anymore.
No, and when it's time, right? It's not like not like you're going to the NHL anymore, right? You're playing in Heilbronn in the second league, and you know, if you have the opportunity like that, it's time, right?
It is. Yeah, it was, and we got a new coach in Heilbronn, Igor Pavlov. You know him? He was in Bremerhaven for So it made it easier for me to leave, to go home, and then I finished the season. I broke my jaw.
Good stuff. Broke your jaw.
Yeah.
Puck or fist?
Puck. No, puck. Yeah. We wanted to go up then. Yeah.
You were in the third league in Freiburg.
Third league,
go back up to the second league.
Yeah.
Did you ever play with Manu Neumann while you're in Freiburg?
No, I didn't.
No, because he was there quite a bit, right?
Yeah, he was.
Okay. So then I guess you break your jaw when you come back and you got to run. You're trying to learn the grocery store thing, right?
Yes, I did.
How often had you worked in the grocery stores growing up at all, like in the summers?
No, not at all. Before I started my career, I did I learned the job for 3 years. Like you go to school twice a week and the other 4
like an
days
apprenticeship.
Okay, that's how it's called.
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. So you're like learning
Okay.
the job and you're
Yeah.
seeing what they're doing, right?
Yeah.
I remember
Right.
in Germany, the school setup was all so different than Canada. Like you guys had to decide kind of what you wanted to do in life by like grade 9, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I
That's right.
I didn't even know I wanted to be a podcaster till a year ago.
But I have to say you're doing a great job. I like
well,
to listen to your podcast.
well, thanks, man. And honestly, it like, I mean, my work's been great with it. And like I told my team, I'm like, guys, I got to get a guy on from Germany. I want to catch up with them. Great dude. I haven't seen him in this long. I'm like, I'm gonna log off for an hour, maybe a little more. I'm like, if you guys can cover me, that's great. But like, I got up at 6 something a.m. to catch up with all my work. So I could do this today because this is what I love to do.
Yeah, it's great.
If I wouldn't have started this, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd still
Absolutely.
not know what you're doing.
Yeah, you see?
It's really cool.
Yeah.
And aleshockeytales.com, folks. We're going to raise money for Maxon Maloney and his battle there with Krebs, right? That's cancer in German.
Yeah.
So we're going to help him out. We're going to give him a shed boost. He's going to have all the energy to fight this crap. And anyways, and then we got the Mac Ruth, the goalie, and Cardiff stuff up for raffle too, folks. So go buy a ticket, help out hemophilia and Maxon's fight. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Wow, I got a lot of stuff. Okay. What's the fastest you've drove on the Autobahn?
I'm not going to tell you.
Why? It's legal.
I think I hit. Yeah, it is. It is legal. And I drove a Mercedes-Benz. I drove a Mercedes-Benz.
So did I when I played for the Hellbrown Falcons.
Oh yeah, but it was a different one.
So it wasn't the same.
A little bit more of horsepower than.
Okay, not the one that started shaking at 100.
No, and it was an automatic car too, not a standard drive.
So are we talking over 3?
Yeah, easily.
Really?
Yeah.
Where do you do that? Where's the most open space that you can really let it fly?
Just here, just around the door here.
Really?
Yeah. If you go at night or Sundays, you can go. Not too far, but
I guess Sundays you're not allowed to do anything else. You may as well go for a drive.
Yeah, absolutely. I was young back then. I was younger. I'm not going to do it anymore, but yeah, if there's a chance to go fast, why not? Huh?
Right. No, the Autobahn was always interesting for me, right? Like I thought it was cool. The one part I always got scared though, you had a lot of Czech guys on your team. Maybe they can vouch for this. But when I went to Prague or I went into the Czech, you could be driving well over 100, like way over. And then all of a sudden there's just a sign that says this lane ends. There's no warning. There was no nothing. It's just like, there's just a sign that says this lane's over. And then it's like, holy shit, you got to get over. Man, do you know, like I remember driving Czech and like all of a sudden there'd be like this lane's closed and there was no warning and you're going quick.
I never drove in Czech. Like we did a lot of
fun fact, you had to have your lights on all the time, even during the day. That was a law.
Okay.
Yeah, headlights had to be on all day. That's what Alish Kratashka told me when I drove to the Czech Republic. Oh shit. Okay. Anyways, what were you gonna say? I forget.
I've been in Czech a couple times, but only as a kid. And we drove there with the bus and had there some training camps, summer camps. Because
then you're not paying attention to where you're going. It's like
not at all.
It's like my first 3-4 years in Germany. I never knew where the hell I was. I just get off the bus and play hockey.
Yeah.
It's like the first time I went to Garmisch, it was like dark and cloudy, and I'm like, this is a pretty crappy arena.
Yeah.
Then the next time you show up, it's daylight and you see where you are, and you're like, this is like the nicest place I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it is really nice there too.
Yeah. And I didn't even know the first time I went. I was just rating it off like the post-game meal, what they gave me. Right? Yeah. All right. What is your favorite meal in Freiburg? Is it at an Edeka?
Sure it is. Best food at Edeka.
Yeah, of course. Of course. But what would be your favorite German meal? If you're going to whip up a German meal, what's your favorite meal?
Cordon bleu It's like the
Yeah.
schnitzel with the ham and cheese in between.
Ham and cheese in
Yeah.
between, but it's like breaded
Yep.
ham, breaded ham, right? No, the ham's in the middle. What's
No,
on the
yeah.
outside?
It's pork.
Pork's on
Pork
the outside.
schnitzel. Yeah.
Pork schnitzel with ham and
Yeah.
cheese on the inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
It is good. So what's
ever had
going with
those?
that? Yeah. What are you having with that? Of course I've had that. I ate everything in Germany.
Fries.
Pommes frites.
Pommes. Yep.
Yeah. Just straight up ketchup on your pommes frites or what?
No, just mayo. I love
Just mayo. You won't eat.
Yeah.
You really?
No ketchup for me.
See, in Canada, people are gonna think you're weird listening to this mayo
Yeah.
on it. Yeah, yeah. See, I when I was in Germany, I'd do the mayo and ketchup. You know, I do a little
Okay.
double dipping, but I couldn't
red
just
and
do
white?
mayo because they already tell me I had weight issues. How can I just dip my fries in mayo?
You should
You know?
bike a little more, maybe.
I
No.
probably should have. You're probably right when you look back on everything. But two touch was way more fun.
What
And
about a
everything
good
else.
old? What about a good old currywurst? You had a currywurst? Yeah, sure.
I'm not a curry guy though. Like I've
No?
had it. It's just like
Yeah.
sausage, right? Like it's just a
But
cut
it's
up
a
sausage
great
and curry.
sauce.
See, you like curry. I don't know. It makes me smell
Yeah.
bad.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it does. Gives me body odor. No, I never really got into curry that much, but there was a sub I ate once in a basement in Bietigheim that was it had curry ketchup on it and it was heated up. Yeah, that was a good sub. Curry ketchup. You ever had that?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the curry ketchup.
I'm trying to meet you halfway with this curry.
Okay.
Thing, okay. I can't go straight up. Ugh. But I have had like yellow curries, all right. If you get to like a Vietnamese place, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Favorite restaurant in Freiburg? What's the best one?
Tough one. We have a couple of good restaurants over here, I have to say. But I don't go.
Germany has the best
Yeah.
restaurants ever,
Yeah.
man. My eating habits were a problem because every town I lived in would have great German restaurants, but they'd also have Italians making fresh Italian food. They would have Turkish fellas making the shit that gets me hot and bothered. What are you going to do? Like, how can I control myself in that situation?
It's hard. It's really hard.
It's way easier in Kincardine when there's
Is
really,
it?
yeah, we don't have that.
No.
No.
How big is it? How many people live there?
That's a solid question. Could be way off and sound really dumb right now. I'm guessing between 5 and 10,000.
Okay. That's really small.
Yes, it is. It is really small. It's a small community and I like it.
But you have a rink there?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference between Canada and Europe.
Yeah, well, and yeah, but like in real estate in Europe, though, man, like there's not that much land. You guys got 82 million people to pay for a place to put an arena. That's a lot of money.
Yeah, it is.
Right?
Yeah.
We got a lot less people here.
Okay.
I remember when I was in Germany, you had 82 million people and it's like small. And I'm like, where, like, then you go walking around Stuttgart or wherever and there's people everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I don't have that here. I don't have those issues.
It's good too.
Yeah.
Quiet.
It is. You just out in your shed.
Yep.
So I guess it's a pretty easy question then. You knew when to shut it down, because you break your jaw and you got to run the grocery store. So how long did it take you to feel comfortable doing this? And how long was it till you're doing it kind of on your own without like your old man's support? I guess he's sick, so you just kind of had to learn right away.
Yeah, I had I did a lot of class too, like specific class with the Edeka too, and I was grooving in. It was okay. I did
So I guess so you guys are a franchise of Edeka. So Edeka would kind of train you to run one of their stores.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a different store too, like away from my dad.
Yeah,
thinking,
to learn what they're doing and how they do it.
Yeah, that's what I did.
How long you got to do
that? Just a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I just switched stores just a couple of weeks to get new informations and after that, I just started. My dad is still here, like he's still with me. He's still running around. He sleeps in. He comes around 12,
That's
shows
awesome.
up for a couple hours, yeah, and then goes home again. So
Yeah. No, that's awesome. Well, I'm glad everything worked out, man. And
thank you.
yeah, I'm really happy that you made the time to catch up with me.
Thank you for having me. It was great to see you.
No, seriously, I
Yeah.
love this shit, and you know, I wish the Hellbrun Falcons would have been better when we were there. Guys like you, Toto, stick out for me. Levy, like there, we did have a bunch, and like the Cartiolas, everybody,
Cacholas.
Fisher, right? Like
Yeah.
David Fisher, like we had a bunch of great guys, and like we did have a lot of fun on and off the ice, and you know, it didn't work out for us that year, but
Yep.
you know, it's still a great memory, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah. And
Overall,
friendship.
I had a great time in Heilbronn.
Yeah, I did too. I had, and I would have wanted to go back, right? If they would have
Yep.
if they would offer
Yep.
me, I wanted to go back.
Yep.
Right. So like, what can I really say other than I had a fan that year that found out about the sticks, my situation, and he sat behind our bench during games. And he came up to me and says, I hear you can't get the sticks you want. And I don't remember his name. I wish I did, but he came up to me and he says, I can buy you 6 sticks. And it was with like a month or 2 left in the season. And he bought me 6 of the high end sticks. And I swear he saved my career, because once he bought me those sticks, I think I put up like 12 points in 4 games to end the season. And then all of a sudden I was over a point a game for the year. My stats looked good. And that whole year, it looked like I sucked until the guy gave me sticks. And then it all worked out. My stats look better. So when they tell me they don't want me back because they won't buy sticks, then Denmark wanted me. So thanks to that guy that sat behind the bench and bought me sticks, right?
Wasn't he a sponsor too?
He was. Yes.
Wasn't he the guy from Intersports?
Was that who it was? What's it? Do you know his name? I'd love to shout him out. He saved my career. He really did. But you're right. He bought me like 1,200 euros worth of sticks, and it saved my career because the team wouldn't do it.
You should pay him back.
I should. If I could ever make money doing this, I would try.
Just send it over. I'll figure it out.
I will find him. I will to say thank you, because man, like if that guy doesn't do that for me, my whole life changes, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And anyways, thank you so much for coming on. It sounds like you're doing great. So
thank you. Thank you for having me.
Keep on keeping on, eh, big guy?
Absolutely.
And this has been another episode of Zero Ales and Hockey Tales with Danner and Wally.